Hello, today I'm going to show you how to install a piezo pickup into your acoustic guitar using a preamp and how to wire it, and there will be some sound demos at the end of the clip. So the piezo pickup I've chosen to use is the Schatten EP-01 pickup, transducer pickup, which I'll show you afterwards. And I'll be using a preamp. You go to www.teal.com, so this is the Tillman discrete JFET preamp. And you can see here's the schematic, the values there, and I've created a layout using the Vero, so pause the screen and check it out if you want to. If not, you can just use the schematic. Okay, so you're going to wire up the preamp according to the schematic. So this is resistors and JFET J201. Okay, once you're done with your basic layout, so this is it, the J201, your resistors and your capacitors. So the next thing you want to do is take a hobby knife, an X-Acto knife, and just, if you're using a Vero board, so just score the edges, the in-betweens. So this removes any kind of residue. So this clears up any unwanted solder bridges in between if you're using a Vero board. Okay, so now we're going to install a pickup. So here I've got a Schatten design utility piezo EP-01 pickup. So they said no preamp needed. So I got this from SteelMac, but I believe the preamp increases the impedance or something and it makes it sound slightly better. So these are the insides of the kit. The instructions. So they recommend placing it somewhere towards the bass side of the guitar. And this is your pickup. This is the place where you mount it onto the guitar's body. And here you have your ground wire and your live wire. So let's go ahead and strip them and solder them. So as you can see, it's a pretty long wire, and I might just cut it down or leave it. So I stripped back the live wire, and now we're just going to tint the wires, make sure they're nice and neat. So again, this is going to ground and this is going to in, and so the out from the schematic from the board will go to your jack or volume pot. Okay, now I have soldered the live wire from the pickup into the in, and the pickup ground, black wire to the ground. So now we're going to test the circuit out first. We'll wire up an out cable. So before installing the pickup into the guitar, you want to test it out first. Okay, I stripped two wires and tinted up. This is the black wire for ground from the circuit board to your jack. And this is the output cable from the circuit. So once again, I would like to come back with my hobby knife just squirt the in-betweens in to remove any residue. So here now we have this is the stereo jack. So you have your tip, sleeve, ring. So your tip is the place where your hot wiring goes to. So in this case, the out will go to the tip. If you're not using a preamp, the live wire of your pickup will go to the tip. So this sleeve is for your ground, your common grounds, and this ring is for your 9-volt battery black wire. So this prevents battery drainage if you're not plugged in. I like to pre-solder the jack first because I'm working with small areas, so I find it a lot easier if you tin them first. Okay, I apologize if my hand was in the way all the time. I didn't realize until I looked back. So anyway, here we have the tip from the out, the circuit, the common ground which goes to the sleeve, and the ring which is connected to your 9-volt black battery wire. And then we have the pickup. Now let's go and test it out through my amp first. So here we have our pickup. And then so you can see it's working fine. It's attached to the board. The board wiring is great. The thing we got to do is to find a sweet spot on an acoustic guitar and place it. Okay, so this is the guitar I'm going to install the pickup into. It's my friend's Maestro acoustic guitar. The strings are really dead, so I have to replace them. So anyway, I think the ideal location of the pickup would be here. It's suggested by Schatten design, the design of the pickup. But I guess we could test other places like here and here. And if you have multiple piezo transducers, you can place them all and wire them in parallel. It's really dusty, gosh. Okay, and you could do the output jack in different ways. So you could do like a switchcraft, Fishman switchcraft, any kind of M-pin jack. But you have to drill a big half-inch hole through this part. I believe there's bracing in here, and it's a more invasive kind of way to do it. Or you can do it another way, is just drill, I think, a 3/8 inch hole here, and that will fit your jack. So without further ado, we will go and install the pickup. So I marked the spot with blue painter's tape at the bottom of the guitar, this side. Yep. So we're going to drill a hole that will be big enough to fit the jack. Center punch. Pilot hole. Okay. So we tested that it fits. now all we gotta do is clean up the hole. You see the tape actually protects the finish from cracking or splitting. Okay, so try to reach into the guitar, and first thing we're going to do is mount the jack, because that would be a lot easier. Okay, so once the jack's in, I'm going to install the battery in place. So I've got this kind of clip. I'm going to stick some Velcro into the guitar and to this so I can take it out easily and replace the battery in future. So before you stick anything on the guitar, make sure you clean it up with some naphtha. If not, you'll have problem sticking things to it. Okay. So now our batteries in, our jack's in. Next thing we can do is some cable management. So these are like I think cable. This is a sticky end here, and you can stick them onto the guitar and hide your wires, your cables in between. This is our pickup and jacks here. The batteries here, the preamps about here. So what we could do is route the wires along the back of the guitar right up to here. So to glue the pickup, there are a few ways you can do it. You can use epoxy, you can use super glue. But Schatten Design, they have included this so-called mounting putty. I think it's something like sticky tack, glue tack. So you just take a bit out. And you knead it for like 15 seconds or so. Just cover the surface of the piezo. Now I'm going to place it around here. Let's see if you can see the inside of the guitar. That's the preamp. That's the pickup. So ideally you want the pickup to have as little tension on the cable. I mean, like so make sure that your cable is not too loose from coming out from the pickup, so that you don't put any strain on the pickup. So I'm saying it's looking pretty good. So next step you're gonna do is string it up and test it.